hello friends. Hopefully my audio is okay, because I haven't done this for a while. We're probably going to have some internet dropouts. We're probably going to have some technical issues, but we'll see how we go. I was just playing some DCS. I was on the Dogs of War server, trying to shoot down Mike Delta. I got one full sortie in. I had one sortie where I made it home and got disconnected on short final. I had another where I got disconnected on takeoff. Another where I got duped into slamming into the water face first because glassy water with no wind is hard to see and gauge altitude with. A few spills. I've got some sort of internet issue at this place. I'm working through it. I'm going to try replacing my router just in case that's the issue, because this is like an ancient router. This is the same one I got when I first switched to this ISP a long time ago. So I'm hoping that'll fix it. It's just, you know, I need a new one that's less tired. But to be honest with you, I have a deep suspicion it's just an Australian shitty infrastructure moment, because I'm on fiber to the node here, not fiber to the premises. And despite the fact I live across the road from a data center, I probably have several hundred meters of shitty, ancient, corroded copper between me and the nearest node. So, fun times. Anyway, as you might have guessed from the background music, we're going to start out with some GHPC. Being single player, I don't have to worry about that kicking me out of a server at least when my net has a hiccup. The other thing is, it's been updated quite a bit since the last time I streamed it or uploaded a video of it, so there should be some fun new things to show off there. Once I get my net problems sorted, or at least less of an issue, we'll go back to doing more DCS stuff. I finally got my head tracker fixed. I've now got one of those fancy wireless head clips, which was not only cheaper than the official tracker head clip, but also way more solidly engineered. The only downside is because it's wireless, I have to remember to switch it off when I'm not using it. I also had to tape it up a bit because it's got like, it's the same glossy black plastic that the official one is, but because I think the LEDs are a little more powerful, it was reflecting off the arms of the LEDs and it was actually interfering with itself. So it looks really janky because I've just masking taped it, but it works. Anyway, it's good to see all you guys. It has been a very long time, hey. Is this a real fake stream or a fake real stream? It's a fake stream, Jeff. I'll have you know, I'm not actually Ross. I'm an imposter. Oh, Daphne said hello. Hello, Daphne. Would you like to address the audience as well? No, you're just going to sit on my shoulder and huff at me? Okay. I won't actually be playing the game. There's a Ratatouille situation going on here. There's a small fluff ball sitting on my shoulder, and she's actually the one controlling my actions. I no longer have any free will. I think this is the right scene. Yes, it should be. Also, the fluff ball's unfortunately prone to sitting on the side that you can't see on the camera very well. Daphne, would you like to say hello to everyone? Here she is. Come here. Come here, Daffy Daff. Whoop, wrong camera. It's a Daphne! This tiny, angry ball of hate is now in charge of my entire life, so, yes, this is my dog, Daphne. Alright. You can go back up, Stinky. Now she doesn't want to go back up. Wait. What, did I disturb your sleep? Hang on. Wait. Are you gonna lay on my desk? That's a bit inconvenient, kid. I need my desk. How about you go on my shoulder? Me? Up you go. That's a good girl. Nope, she doesn't want the shoulder anymore. Shoulder's cancelled. You gonna go on the floor? Do you want down? Do you want down? Yep, okay. Off she goes. She said hello. That's all she's here for. What, Bubba? She's probably gonna start yapping at me and demanding we play in a couple of minutes. Anyway, let's run an instant action mission. Let's run support strike. It's one of the new ones. So they've added a thing called command mode, where, not for all missions yet, but it will be the standard going forwards, I believe. You can actually set where you would like your different forces to go, what you would like them to do. You'll see it in like 30 seconds when the mission loads anyway, but it's quite a handy feature. It also helps kind of account for the AI on certain missions where they would tend to get themselves killed doing silly things. For example, on Pushing Tin Part 2, your T-80s would tend to spot the enemy and then slow down and start engaging them from a very long way away, where the M60s weren't as likely to hit them, but they would get clapped by toes. And so you can now tell them, hey, ignore that, just blow past at full speed, get into a better position up on a ridge, and then start engaging. Little things like that. So it's quite a neat addition. It's a big piece of work that the team were slaving away over quite a long time. And they finally got it out. There'll probably be further refinements to it as time goes on, but it's in the game, it's working, it's fairly intuitive. So here we go. This is what you're presented with at mission start. So, support strike. Earlier today, our forces created a gap in the enemy front and broke through. Enemy is platoon-sized tank HQ and support assets, counterattacked by adjacent army units expected in company strength. Wonderful. We got a T-72M company, so that's the T-72 with the laser rangefinder and the side skirts, but without the quartz in the turret face, so we just got a homogeneous steel cast turret. Second echelon T-72M company with attached BMP-2 platoon, that'll roll up once we start getting tanks killed. 5 HE fire missions, 2 CAS elements. I tend to avoid using the CAS if I can, because it just, like, it's in the game for a reason, but I feel kind of, like, cheap if I use the CAS, unless it's, like, for a full-on big boy attack, where you'd expect there to be, like, assigned air support assets. That's just me being all prideful and stupid, but yeah, I don't tend to use CAS as much as probably most people do, with the result that I often get clapped. Mission: you are to exploit the penetration of enemy lines and conduct an attack on rear area assets in the vicinity. Oi oi. Coordinating a second echelon of forces expected to arrive shortly after your unit reaches the objective. And conditions, quiet daff, as you would expect. Enemy support area destroyed and secure against counterattacks, and we lose if all of our forces are immobilized or destroyed. We have these things called go codes. So what we can do is we can assign a go code, and there's a couple pre-assigned. That's go code alpha. That basically tells your units to get to that point and hold and wait, and then when you actually click the go code, then they will resume whatever they're doing. So you can use that to kind of sync up your attacks, keep units behind terrain until you want them to expose themselves to fire. We're probably not going to change too much here. What have we got? I think here they're going to fan out into line. We're going to set spacing 50 meters. We'll do the same here. We're also going to set speed 20 kilometers an hour. Add modifier, set vehicle speed. There's no time limit to how long you spend in command mode before the mission starts in the planning phase. You can just you could AFK for an hour and the mission won't start. The mission will only start when you actually hit the button. So you can take your time to think this out. You can also modify the plan on the fly, so if something's not working out, you can change it. If you notice a couple of units are getting too far ahead of where they should be, you can fix that up. So it's quite neat. The reason I'm dropping their speed down to 20 as they start fanning out into combat formation is that the T-72's stabilizer isn't the best thing on Earth, and its fire control system's a bit older. So if we can stop them from going too fast, they're going to want to fire from the short halt anyway, so we keep them moving fairly slowly. Excuse me. And that should make it a little easier for them. And before we start the mission, I'll just catch up on chat a little. Father, I crave violence. She already had some violence this morning. We encountered the same sausage dog twice on our walk. She doesn't like dachshunds at all. We live in a building with about 4 of them, so from Daphne's point of view, our current residence is like some sort of Silent Hill type situation, like she exists in a survival horror game. You ruined it for her, so now she's going to be a cheeky little shit. Dude, she just defaults to being a cheeky little shit. No matter what I do. The cat has spoken. She basically is a cat. Where even is she? Oh, there she is. Hello, Daphne. She's on the floor next to me. She's actually smaller than a cat. She's tiny. Like, she's about the size of a football. She behaves like a cat. She appears to think she's a cat, so... Like, she plays with cat toys. Her favorite toy is a cat toy. She's basically a cat. Failing that, she's a bug. That's, you know, that's the classification system is cat, bug, and water. She's clearly not water. So yeah, she's either cat or bug. Long time no see, you can't stick around long, just want to say I'm glad to see a notification of you going live. I'm glad to be live. Yeah, the last year and a half, 2 years has been super hectic. So at first it was just having a real big boy job, so I was working basically full time. Then it became a relationship, then it became moving in together, then it became relationship not working so well, and now it's become me being... you know, me doing the single guy living in an apartment with his dog routine, so it's been very busy. And as well as that, I've had other things. So about 6-ish months ago, my tracker stopped working. The head clip had a short in the wire, so I had to get a new one. I just kept putting it off. I've finally done that, so I can play flight sims again. The problem is now my internet, so I haven't been able to do much multiplayer of anything because my internet's constantly dropping on me. Haven't been able to do much Reforger because I've got the haunted bug where after you open the inventory screen or the map for X amount of seconds without closing it, the game suddenly drops to 3 frames per second and can only be fixed by either waiting 3 hours or restarting it. There doesn't appear to be a resolution for that. A bunch of people have had the same issue and no one knows what's causing it. So yeah, it's just been kind of not the best luck for running streams, but here we are. I'm probably not going to be able to stream very often. It's probably going to be a similar situation to right after I got the job, where it was like maybe once a month or every 2 months. Just because like of the whole still having a job, not having a lot of energy, and now having Daphne to run around after all day. But we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I can fix the internet issue, because I'd really love to be able to get a full day of DCS streaming in again at some point. Now the MiG-29's finally out. I say finally, it didn't take that long to release. But yeah, the 29, before we start the mission, this is our like 3-hour chatting window, just so you know. The DCS-29 is, I like it. It flies beautifully, it looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful. The systems are appropriately janky. I'm gonna have to take a while to adjust to managing the sensors. I knew that they would be, like, worse than the FC3 version, not just in terms of, like, higher fidelity, meaning that they drop lock more, but also just, you've got to manage them. Like, you've got to do so much fumbling for different controls in the 29 just to try and get it to do anything. It really kind of shows that the MiG-29 is kind of the guts of a MiG-23, but in the skin of a 4th gen air superiority fighter. It's an interesting aircraft. Very interesting aircraft. So, if, you know, if drama hadn't happened and we were in the 23 right now, which I wish we were, it'd be a very similar story, just without the MiG-29 flight performance. They're quite similar in terms of systems, especially a late model 23. If we had for example, MiG-23 MLD, we were going to get an MLA, as it's usually referred to. A 23 MLD would be very close to a MiG-29 in terms of systems. Very, very close. So, yeah, cool aircraft. I do want to start flying the 29 a whole lot more now that we got the full fidelity one. But it's going to take some adjusting to, going to take some learning, and I've got to fix my internet. Earlier today, like I said, I hopped on Dogs of War for a bit. I flew the 29 FC3 because they haven't updated the mission yet to have the full fidelity. Flew that for a mission, managed to bag something, then my net dropped, got back in, jumped in the 21, managed to get ambushed by a pair of AI F5s. I got dragged and bagged by F5. That's by F5s, AI F5s. That's how rusty I am. And then I got another sortie in where I managed to bag a couple F5s, but then dropped as I was landing. Another one in, bagged even more F5s, landed, rearm, refueled, and right as I was taking off, my net dropped. So it's just been a pain in the ass. Excuse me. I'm not used to talking this much anymore. Jesus. I have some mostly good news. Tell me. And while you tell me, we're going to start the mission. So this is a new mission. Only added in the last... Not the last patch, but I think the one before. Job again, starting on the 17th. Nice. I'm kind of looking to ditch mine. I might spend Christmas looking for something new, I think. It's just not really doing it for me anymore. As you guys are well aware, I have some strong opinions, and it turns out that my current job is not a great place to have strong opinions. Not so much because it's causing me issues at work, at least not yet, because I keep my opinions to myself at work. It's more so that, you know, I'm not a big fan of some of the stuff my employer is involved with, so I don't know what I'm going to do instead, but I also kind of want to not be doing an office job anymore, because office work is just not for me. Nice! Well done, man. Holy shit. See, the Acceleratron life didn't quite work out as planned for me, but looks like you've taken up the mantle. Hopefully it goes well, man. That's really good news. Okay, these guys should be moving to their deployment point. So that's the other platoon behind that hill. They're the ones currently waiting for the go code. These guys will advance up to the backside of this slope, I would say, and I've just got to get my guys up a little further. Still in the nuclear option category? Oh, yeah, I probably am. I'll fix that in a minute. Actually, I'll fix it now, because I can just pause the game. Dashboard. Oh, I haven't even... Yep, okay, because I forgot to refresh the stream settings. You can tell how rusty I am at this. I forgot to actually rename the stream as well, but we'll just leave it what it is. There we go. That should push the update. Happy days. Okay, we'll continue on. Yep, they're deployed. We're going to tell these guys to go line formation, 50-meter spacing. Okay. Everyone's ready. The enemy hopefully don't realize we're here yet. We're going to drop some artillery on that cluster of buildings because that looks like a good place to hide some ATGMs and other nasty nasties. We're going to hold off the CAS for now. Like I said, I'm a bit of a dipshit with CAS, so... We're also going to actually add modifier, deploy smoke grenades. Okay. So the Warsaw Pack smoke grenades, for those that aren't familiar, are offensive smoke grenades. They fire about 300 meters in front of the tank. And you use them to basically screen your forces as you advance, or to block line of sight down, say you've got like a break in a tree line, or something like that. You'd use them to block that as you advance. Trucks there, we're going to ignore the trucks. We're going to go for the scary things, the tanks. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I just saw an ATGM come in from our left, so I'm going to engage this M60 and then pull back. Okay, we're screened from wherever that ATGM came from. We're going to focus on the tanks. We're going to ignore the trucks for now. We need to kill those ATGMs. And I think my own smoke is going to bring me unstuck here. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. They're wallies. I think the other tanks are getting focused by them. I hit this one now. Oh shit. Well, this is not going as planned at all. It's interesting, the first time I played this mission, I think I lost like one tank. And everyone else on the Discord was complaining how difficult it is. This run, not going so well. We're going to put another round into this guy just to be sure. Where the fuck did that go? Okay, that was a hit. My platoon are having a bit of a moment. Oh shit. M60s. There's another one there. Okay, my platoon mates have figured out what line formation means, so we can start advancing. Oh, uh-oh. We got more tanks coming in. Those look like Abrams. I think the play here is to get in amongst the buildings. We are going to call Cass now, because Abrams are scary. We're going to drop Artie on the back side of the town. Jesus. Can't see where I'm getting engaged from. Oh, there they are. Need to keep moving. Get behind this tree line. Oh, maybe not. We getting flanked on that side too? Yeah, we are. Oh, this could have gone so much better. Leopards. Turn our front armor to the Leopards, get behind the trees so the Abrams can't engage us. Oh man, the smoke from our own wreckage is screwing me here. There's a Leopard. Can't see him. The TC can apparently see him, but I can't. Oh, there's one. Oh! I love shooting at Leopards, and that is why. Okay, let's grab our new platoon commander. That looks dead, but we're going to put another round into it just in case. I think they're working on upgrades to the buildings, but I could be wrong on that. I think it was mentioned at some point, though. That's probably gonna miss. No! That might have actually killed him. Oh, I'm out of AP. Sabo was a hard AP FSDS. That's why I was firing heat. He's engaging someone else. We're going to pull into cover and restock our Saber rounds. Getting a bit of a low frame rate. I think it's because I'm streaming. Normally my frames in this are pretty good. I'd say it just doesn't like the encoding method I'm using, so I might have to change that. I think I'm encoding on CPU at the moment, which GHPC really doesn't like, so I may need to restart the stream quickly. We'll just get one up the spout. And we'll restock some more. Looks like we may have actually knocked them out because our other platoon's pushing through. So I'm just going to keep pushing as well. Whoa, no. Fuck. This guy's tracked. This guy must be behind a hill. Oh, that's stutter. Yeah, I think it's because I've got CPU encoding turned on. I'll have to fix that. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream, but it's really obnoxious on my end. Ooh. Ouchie. Yeah. That was big ouchie. I stream. I've been known to on occasion. Yeah, I'll have to probably restart the stream then, because I think it's the encoding doing it. Oh, he's toasty. Okay. We'll go through the AAR quickly and then I'll restart the stream. Assuming it is encoding, it probably is. Victory, but at what cost? A very heavy one. Very, very heavy. Oh, geez, it's even doing it in AAR. I wonder... I might actually just restart the stream now. Let me just check what I'm doing for encoding. Video... General... Gotta remember where the settings for encoding are even. Output, there we go. I'm running on NVEnc, which is interesting. So it shouldn't be giving me it shouldn't be giving me any issues, but we will have a quick look. Just one moment. So I've got to make sure I save my settings as well. Like I said, first stream in a long time, so there's bound to be technical issues, right? Okay. I'll be offline for probably like 2 minutes while I set this up. I will be back shortly. Okay. Fingers crossed that should fix it. It is weird that it was having issues while it was encoding on the video card though, because it's usually, GHPC is usually choking the shit out of your CPU, not the video card. So, interesting. Oof. So there's the... I mean, that would have gone through a T72M1 anyway, because it came in under the gun, but... the lack of composite in the T72M's turret can make it quite vulnerable, even to some of the older American rounds. These little things are so nasty. Yeah, the Wall-E of Death. It has thermals, it can fire off 2 toes before reloading, it can hide behind a hill and just all you see is that little hammerhead launcher. They are such nasty little things. Currently not playable because it's in the process of being overhauled. It was originally playable in the game, although I don't think it was available in any missions. It might have been. It was a long, long time ago that they started overhauling it. I think Max said they shouldn't have ITOs. I'm not sure. The Bradleys still have ITOs. Those still have ITOs. The actual, you know, crew serve tow launchers and the Cobras are just firing regular tows, though. It was only in the playable in the firing range. Yeah, I don't think there was any missions at all with it in ever until some of the more recent ones they added it as an enemy, but not playable. Let's cycle through these pretty quickly and stop if we see anything interesting. That was unlucky. Straight through the roof. DM13. So the Leopards are firing APDS, not like, you know, fin stabilized discarding saber, but just regular APDS of the old school stuff. It is not very good. And you can see it went through the initial armor plate and then kind of curved in through the textilite and buried itself in the back plate. DM23, I think it might, depending on angle. The T-72's front plate can be a bit hit or miss. It depends on what angle it strikes at, phase of the moon, horoscope of the tank commander, various things like that. You can see here that was a nearly 3 kilometer shot with M774, and even that didn't get through. To Driver's chakra and such, yeah. Yeah, I think it's licensed M111. I think. I'm not 100% sure, though. I've unfortunately lost a lot of my esoteric knowledge because I spent like 2 years being a normie. So yeah. It's going to take a while to come back, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend you? She's staring at the front door. She can probably hear something in the corridor. Baba. Baba. What is it? Daphne. What are you barking at, kid? You want to come up here and have a cuddle? You want a cuddle? Is that a no? Do you want a belly rub? There you go. How about you hop up? You can say hi to all the people that haven't seen you yet. Come on, Baba. Be nice. Be nice, gremlin. Oi. She does not want to say hello. There were teeth involved. Little monster. She can just sit off screen making ungodly noises every now and then. Can't you, Baba? You know what? I'll bribe her. Give me a second, I will bribe her to say hello. Bribery always works with this creature. Hey Daphne, you want a treat? Yeah, you want milky stick? I thought you might. Okay, come on. Come on, Dad. Come over here. Come over here. Come on, Stinky. Come on, Stinky. There you go. Oh! Hello. Here is... What have you got stuck to you? Fucking grass birds. Can you stop running through long grass and getting these things stuck to you? Your mum just gave you a nice grooming yesterday and you've already got shit stuck through your fur. Okay, hang on. Here is the gremlin child. Here she is. Can you see her? You're a monster. You're a monster. But you're a very cute monster. Anyway, she's probably cranky now that I've picked her up out of her bed. Do you want to sit with me or do you want to go down? Just like, give me more treats. Can you smell the treats, can you? You can smell that I've got more. Little monster. How about you hop up? Oh, there you go. There you go, Papa. Hello. Good girl. She's now going to sit up there and yell at birds, probably. She can be the gunner. No, she's the TC. She's in charge. I think she views me as a litter mate. because she doesn't really pay attention to anything I ask her to do, and she squabbles with me and like backchats me. Whereas if my parents are visiting and they tell her to do something or not to do something, she immediately takes note. So I just get walked all over. It is what it is. Can see the family resemblance. It's even more obvious when I've let the mountain man beard grow a bit and she hasn't been groomed for a while. Like, until she went round to stay with her mum over the weekend, she looked feral. She looked actually feral. You could barely tell which end was which. Someone's been feeding you? I've been feeding me. I've been starting to try and cook more. It's still very basic shit at the moment, but it helps that I've got a little supervisor that helps out. Not just the air fryer. I've been using that for a while. It's actual real cooking. Gonna go up and stay with my parents for a couple days. They're picking me up tomorrow afternoon. Stinky's coming with me, but I'll probably get some good food up there, and then when I get home I might do some baking. Hey, we'll try and do some baking. Make a giant mess in the kitchen. She's really funny. She goes absolutely feral around other dogs if she's on her lead. Once she's off her lead, she's still feral, but like in an aggressively wanting to play kind of way. So she's like jumping all over them and barking, like, play with me, play with me. But yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. Around people, she's really friendly. Like, she'll run up to people and just like spin around and flop on her back, expecting belly rubs. So when we went out for a walk this morning, before the stream, the landscaper down the road, at one of the apartments down the road, was like, oh, she's so cute. And then he showed me photos of his dogs, and then we were standing chatting for like 10 minutes. And then we bumped into some tradies getting in their ute, and she tried to jump in it with them. So they got a photo with her. She's good at making friends, aren't you, Stinky? Unless it's other dogs, in which case she's not so good at making friends. I think, you know how they say, like, dogs take on the personality of their owners? I think that in this case, the tism is actually contagious, because she gets along with dogs about as well as I get along with people. Oh, that was a cheeky heat round. Came in through the corner. And then into the hydraulic reservoir. So GHPC being set in 1985, it's before the Americans started using the flame retardant hydraulic fluid, back when they were using the fun, extremely flammable stuff. So you hit that in an Abrams, it's a pretty good chance it'll brew up.
Man. You're killing me.
Hey, Cotty, cheers for the resub, man. Appreciate it. Look, 223 and you work the kind of job where you don't need to be up at normal person hours. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Really, I'm doing you a favor if you think about it. She goes on point for the MiG-21's RWR. I don't think she's heard it. Well, aside from the fact that it's through my headphones. Pedestrian crossings. The sound that pedestrian crossings in New South Wales and the ACT make, she fucking hates it. She hates it so much, she gets really angry and she tries to fight the traffic lights, which is not convenient when you're crossing like a fucking 6-lane road. But also my sister went to a museum in Sydney, like the Transport Museum in Sydney, and got a keychain that makes that exact noise. If my sister ever sets that off near Daphne, I'm going to kill her. You can use this as evidence in court. when they put me up on a murder charge. Like, if she activates that fucking thing around Daphne, if Daphne doesn't kill her, I will. Yeah, she doesn't like that. It's weird because the beeping sound, I've taken her on the light rail a few times. The beeping sound that it makes when the doors open and close, she doesn't care. Doesn't bother her. It's only pedestrian crossings. It's that specific noise she hates. And there we go, that was our final shot there. Let's run a different mission. That one was a lot more painful than I was expecting. I think I must have got lucky on my first run through. I just rolled up quickly enough that the Abrams never really arrived. Because I played a bit more cautiously this time and seemed to have paid for it. I guess the answer was just roll up right at the start. You tried making her a backpack dog? Funny you asked that. I have a backpack. It's sitting over at the other side of the living room. And she likes her backpack a lot. Sometimes she'll just... because it doubles as a carrier, so I've got it sitting on the floor so she can just climb into it whenever she wants, and she likes to curl up in there and sleep sometimes. Had shrapnel curve around that curved plate on the back of the M2's turret today. Yeah, I'd seen it do that a few times. It's quite cool. It does it a lot with the Soviet MBTs, because the turret's shaped like a soup bowl. It just pings around one side. It comes in one side, pings around the back, and then exits the other. Usually hits every single thing on the way. What other mission should I do? Let's do Echelon Engage. I guess the stream just died for a minute. Yeah, it'll do that. My internet here is not very good. Anyway, as I was saying, we'll do Echelon Engagement just with the default settings. We'll do Deep Strike with the default settings, and we might play around with some of the other missions, customize them a bit. Echelon Engagement with the Martyr 1- without that. That's some sicko shit, man. I'm into, like... I don't mind being hurt a little bit, let's just say that, but that's a little extreme. Like, blood plays a bit far for me. Couldn't be a Ross stream if it didn't crash at least once. Yeah, so every random amount of minutes, usually around 20 to 40, my internet will just drop like 5 packets and then pretend nothing happened. And it's just enough to kill the stream, it's enough to kill DCS if I'm in a multiplayer server, it's enough to sometimes kill Nuclear Option and Reforger. Most other games don't care. I'm not going to go through the briefing for every mission. You guys can probably work out what's going on. Are you on Wi-Fi? No. I think it's just shitty Australian infrastructure, to be honest. I do also have a very old router, so I'm going to replace that and see if that helps. Maybe it's just tired, or it's caught, like, router aids, but other than that, it might just be my internet. Because I don't have fiber to the premises here, it's only to the node. And while this is a relatively new building, it's only about 15 years old, there's probably a lot of shitty copper between me and the node, even though there's a data center just down the street. So you'd think if you live near a data center, you would have good internet, but apparently not. All the good internet cables run directly to there. They don't stop by my place on the way.
Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Nach links! Feuer einstellen! Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Feuer einstellen! Panzergranate! Treffer! Dasselbe Ziel! Treffer! Feuer einstellen!
Do you have a TP link router? No, it's Netcom, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not a big data center, it's only a little baby one. But yeah. Very obviously, most of the utilities just run straight into it and bypass all the residential areas. Mardigan was commenting on YouTube they use single shots for AP. Yeah, I'm not surprised. My mouse is dying on me. The sensor on the left mouse button's a little fucked, so it's double and triple clicking sometimes. So I can't really semi-auto even if I tried, to be honest. It's another thing for me to replace. I'm slowly having to replace so much hardware, just as things wear out over time. Went and worked with him one time when the city of Vancouver cut 4,500 fiber lines with one bucket scoop. Oh, something like that happened here a couple of years ago. Someone was digging out way out west in the arse end of nowhere, like out past Bathurst, and they accidentally broke the majority of internet for like the eastern seaboard. It was fucking hilarious. I'm going to tell these guys to halt so I can position them individually. We'll just tell them to go back to line, so once I get them moving again, they're in line formation. Oh, bit of a stutter there. So we're still getting some frame drops, but I don't think it's as bad, hopefully. Oh shit, okay. These guys are under fire. Oh, no, there it goes. That's annoying. I wonder what's going on with it. Normally when I record I don't have any issues, regardless which codec I'm using, so it must just be streaming it doesn't like. Or maybe there's something running in the background. There shouldn't be. I only restarted my PC not that long ago. Be coming from this direction, this gap in the tree line, so we're just going to park him there. And we're actually going to use smoke to screen this guy. Probably should have shot it further ahead, oh well. They spotted the enemy. Drop some artillery ahead of them so they drive into it. That looks like a T-64. That is a T-64. We'll go for this one. Slightly easier target.
Ziel erkannt. Schuss. Treffer. Treffer. Feuer einstellen. Panzer. Nach rechts. Neues
They've
Ziel.
already outrun the
Panzer.
artillery.
Nach
That's
rechts.
great. Oh! Okay, we're gonna pull back while we reload, because that other T-64 clearly sees us. We haven't lost any martyrs yet, and I probably just jinxed myself by saying it.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer.
I think their T-64s might be down. So we're gonna save... Oh, no, shit. I spoke way too soon, and that's the BMP firing at us. Okay, he threw his turret. Smoke coming out of the muzzle as the turret threw looked cool as fuck. Let's see what I'm doing. There's too much smoke. We're gonna pull back. I'm just gonna have this guy sit in cover until they move up a little more. Oh, this one's exposed. We're gonna pull him back as well. Use the thermals. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Oh, they're all on reload, bro. This is not ideal. Let's drop some artillery. We'll move this one up. The thermal pointer on this rules. Very cool piece of tech. Cancel, 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 cancel. Well, that's not helping. Yeah, it's basically an Erst. It's like what the MiG-23 and MiG-29 has. Oi! Where? Wo? There it is. Oh, that was a close call. Okay. It depends on the smoke. Okay, we're fully restocked with API. We'll pull these guys into column as we run away with our tail between our legs. So waiting for tree knockdown will also help with AI getting stuck. Yeah, it should be good. I think packed smoke is set to be hot smoke in the game as well. Like the artillery smoke is hot smoke for packed. Their smoke grenades and their engine smoke don't help though. Thermals can see through it. Yeah, my smoke grenades because I'm playing as NATO. Right, yeah. Brain not working today. I've not been taking my meds for like the past month because it turns out taking your ADHD meds when you are burning out from work makes you even like more burnt out. So we're raw dogging it at the moment, and obviously my attention span is complete shit. The Marder ones detect pack smoke nades too. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh yeah, because they can see vehicle wreckage smoke. So yeah, if they can see that, they should be able to see the Warsaw Pact smoke grenades. It's more sensitive, I guess, whereas the thermal images are only sensitive in a very specific band. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position the martyrs up here on this flank. And then we'll take control of the leopards. Gesichtet. Playing German, we gotta role play it. Those are big BMPs. I don't think tanks come through that way. Drop some arty on them.
Panzergranate. Achtung! Treffer! Lebensziel! Feuer!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now is not time for stutter. I don't know what's causing that. I have not had this issue with GHPC before while recording or streaming. Hang on, I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to quickly check what is going 100% CPU. OBS is using a lot more CPU than it usually does, which probably isn't helping. But I can't work out what is killing it. Found any use for the Hesh rounds? Trucks, BMPs, if you can catch them on the side sometimes, they're not fantastic. Give me a second. I might need to close something in OBS. I'm going to have to switch scenes real quick. Pause that. I don't know if that's actually going to help, but we will see. I wonder if this is the same thing that's causing issues with Reforger. Like, if it's maybe not the game, but something on my PC itself, like some sort of hardware issue. I have no idea. I can't think what it would possibly be. Sorry guys, we might need to not be doing GHPC if this is going to be an issue.
Neues Ziel. Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer.
It's... oh. If I look that direction. Okay. So I can't look at the main enemy attack. That's the problem. CPU temperature? Should be okay. Let me check. It shouldn't be too... oh... It is a bit warm. Which is interesting because it's not that hot of a day. Temperatures. CPU. Yeah, it is toasty, but then again, it's a 5800 X3D. They tend to run a bit warm. It's sitting on 90 pretty much, so it might be thermal throttling. Fans are running. Don't know what's up with it. It really doesn't like me looking that specific direction. We'll have to let the platoon mates deal with that attack
Panzer! Sicherung!
while we refocus over here. It doesn't make a lot of sense though, because if it was my CPU, then when I had it on NVEnc before, encoding on the video card, it shouldn't have had any effect. I think it's just my PC's being temperamental. Like I said, technical issues. Wouldn't be a stream without them. You want to play Command Modern Ops? Maybe one day. Not today though. Oh my god. Bro, why? Okay, now I can look that way. Now I'm allowed to look that direction. That is very annoying. Oh, not anymore.
Geladen! Geladen! Rohladungsgranate! Schützenpanzer! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! Geladen! Achtung! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! Rohladungsgranate! Schützenpanzer! Achtung! Treffer! Neues Ziel! Rohladungsgranate! Schützenpanzer! Treffer! Neues Ziel! Rohladungsgranate! Schützenpanzer! Geladen! Achtung! Treffer! Neues Ziel! Rohladungsgranate!
Oh, we're down to hash.
Nachricht! Neues Ziel! Rohladungsgranate! Feuer einstellen!
It's a VFX? Yeah, but it shouldn't be, right? Like, I've never had it... I've recorded this mission before with OBS and it hasn't cared.
Nachricht! Gekannt!
We're just gonna pop smoke while we reload completely out in the open because I can't really move. Hey, Mike Delta. Cheers for the raid, man. Good to see you. We're having 99 technical issues at the moment. Turns out OBS doesn't like me streaming GHPC for some reason. Today, at least. It was nice to see you in DCS earlier. Hopefully I can... Oh my god. Hopefully I can figure out what my connection issues are and start playing that more often. As you can probably see, we're having some serious frame rate issues at the moment. And I have yet to figure out why. Because I've never had these problems before with it. I'm probably going to have to switch back to GPU encoding, because obviously the CPU is not really helping that much, it's making it worse. It seems like it's maybe specific VFX triggering it, which has been an issue before, but it is odd. Ooh, big burn. We're gonna go ahead and restock our Saber rounds. Because I'm expecting another attack through this ridge, probably. And we'll switch over to this tank. Then after this mission I'll have to switch the encoding back over. We'll see if that helps. We'll run another mission. If that doesn't help, we might have to play something else. I've got a few ideas for things we can do. It is. It's very nice. So neglected in most games featuring tanks. We all know which ones. So it's nice to see when someone actually puts the effort in. That is a lot of stuff coming my way. Oh, that was a bad shot. Gun hadn't settled yet. Oh man, the frame rate.
Geladen, Panzergranate. Treffer. Neues Ziel. Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Geladen. Achtung. Treffer. Neues Ziel. Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Nach rechts. Geladen. Erkannt. Feuer. Treffer. Neues Ziel. Vorladungsgranate. Schützenpanzer.
This is painful. Very painful. It's if I look in the direction the main attack's coming through, so it might be VFX or it might just be because there's a shitload of vehicles all in one place. I'm actually... Give me like 30 seconds, guys. I'm going to swap my settings back to NVEnc. We'll see if that fixes it. Does the enemy keep track of you when you pull back and forward while reloading? I think there's a grace period. Certainly if you pass behind like a building or trees, they've got a couple of seconds they can still track because obviously they know where you were and where you were going. If you pop down into cover for like a couple of seconds, it might be enough for them to forget. So jockeying around probably isn't as necessary as it should be. But I'm expecting that'll improve over time anyway. The AI is probably one of the heavier sort of work in progress aspects of the game. I'm going to kill the stream for 30 seconds just to fix these settings and we'll see if that helps. So stick around, guys. Okay, we should be back. And hopefully this will at least be an improvement. It's not an improvement. I might need to restart the game, maybe. Let's try it. We'll restart the game. And if that doesn't fix it, then probably nothing will. I think I have had issues before where when I've launched the game, it hasn't been running very well and I've had to restart. But we'll see how we go. To be honest, at the moment, I'm quite lazy. A lot of the time, I won't even pull back below a hill or into cover to reload, which is a bad habit I developed when the game was a little less smoky and you could kind of just continuously shoot at stuff as fast as you could aim. But yeah, I need to get back into better habits because it's going to become a lot harder to play without. What is going on here? Now the game won't close. Maybe it is GHPC having a bit of a tantrum today. There shouldn't be anything else running in the background that is interfering with it, so we'll see how we go. Go bounce, keep up the violence. If I don't, she will. So, evil deeds to do. Ah, excellent, the best kind. Catch you later, man. Have a good one. Alright, well, we got most of the way through that mission. We'll just call it a win. We'll try Deep Strike. Hopefully it runs better now. We'll see. If it doesn't, then we'll play something else for a bit. Yeah, I noticed there's, aside from the AI aircraft now, and the MiG-29s and F-14s and stuff, I noticed there were a few other little things. So that was quite cool. That was, I think, during COVID times when everyone was kind of stuck around playing DCS because they had nothing better to do. I think it was mostly that mission running when I'd get on the server, so it kind of became one of my favorites. It's a good mission. And yeah, GHPC is very CPU heavy. Very, very CPU heavy. It's improving a little in that regard as they work on optimization, but it's running a lot of calculations, which is why I'm just going to go ahead and tell everyone to go into line 20 k's an hour. That's for the Bradleys. So I'll actually get them to wait for 1 minute to let the tanks get ahead of them. And then also, on top of this ridgeline, I'll tell them to wait 30 seconds, just to give some overwatch with the tow. These guys, as they get up here, we'll put them into line. I'll actually slow them down as well, so on their first waypoint we'll set vehicle speed 20. I don't think I set these guys speed. Set vehicle speed 20. And then this is my group here. Set vehicle speed 20. Doesn't really matter because I'm commanding them anyway, but we'll just set it. Platoon formation line. I'm not going to change the plan other than that. That's plenty enough for me. So let's get going. It's a wrecked BRDM, it looks like. Be really nice when multi-crew is a thing, so you can separate out the crew roles. I'd prefer to have someone else drive so I can just focus on gunnery. Yeah, GHPC's had a lot of changes over the past probably 6 months or so. It's really building some momentum, which is good to see. Okay, to our next waypoint. Multi-crew PvP is still my dream. PvP would be kind of interesting in GHPC because you've got to account for gaming, so you don't want people trying to do some like pro gamer tactics or whatever, or exploiting things. But you've also got to account for it being fun. So I think, and then you've got to account for force balance, right? I reckon the best way to do something like GHPC in multiplayer would be like Zombie Master, where you have the packed player, or whichever team's meant to have more assets, usually it'd be the packed. You'd have the packed player or a couple of players controlling maybe a tank personally, but then also using the command mode to tell the AI what to do, and then you'd have a couple of fully human crewed tanks, like a fully human crewed platoon or two on the NATO side. And having that also accounts for player count, right? Because one of the issues that particularly smaller indie titles tend to run into is they'll release into multiplayer and there's just not enough players to kind of build critical mass and get a server actually populated. Wolfpack's a good example of this. Wolfpack's a really cool game, but I played maybe an hour of it because it's really hard to get it to populate. Even DCS, for example, it's really hard to populate a Cold War server in DCS. Always has been. Like, we had a pretty good run of it with Alpen's server, and then Ligma server as well for a while was going pretty well, but it's actually really hard to get a server to populate and hold that population across different time zones, even with as many people as you have in DCS. So having a couple of fully multi-crewed tanks and then a bunch of AI to pad out the numbers with human input to what the AI is doing, I think would be the way to do it. Still got to do Wolfpack? Yeah, we do. I haven't played it for ages. Found some extra people. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll have to get on that then. We'll just have to figure out when to do it because of the time zones. Okay, I'm going to start dropping some artillery. There's expected enemy in that forest there. There's expected enemy up there. I'm actually going to make a judgment call and drop some artillery in that clearing because I reckon there might be some vehicles positioned up there. It would be a pretty decent spot to fan out some tanks and try and pop us in the flank. I'm going to speed up my platoon a little to catch up with the other M1 platoon.
Gunner, Sabo, tank, traverse right. Steady. On. Identify.
It's up through the trees.
Fire. Target locked.
Got to use the thermals because it's so far out I can barely see it through the haze. I'm just going to advance. So I'd like to get a little closer behind this next fold in the terrain before I properly engage. There's another heat signature off to the right, which will be his platoon mate. Right there. Okay, so this should get my platoon into a little bit more cover. We can engage from a better position here. See if I can spot the other one. It's up behind the trees. Oh, hello. Ah, missed it. That might have been a hit. Didn't see what that was, but it's not friendly because friendlies wouldn't be that far ahead yet. There he is. I'm just seeing through the trees.
Identified. On the way. Target. Re-engage. Target locked.
And drop some artillery up there too. Oh, there goes our track. Might have come off the flank. Just drop another round of arty up there. Yeah. The thermals have been overhauled, so they're not quite as clear and crisp as they were. Which is good. They're a little more what you'd expect for this era. But they still give you a massive advantage. Okay, that's not where that came from. It's coming from up here. I'm in a bad spot. We're just gonna pop smoke. keep pushing up. Try and get into some better cover here. Well, anything's better than no cover, which is what I had. Let's check the left as we push up so we don't drive into an ambush. Okay, my left side's clear. That clipped the tree first. Okay, he's burning. He's not. See that ricochet? That was cool. Track me. Getting super duper late. It's good to see you too, man. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you later. We'll have to get that Wolfpack session in sometime. Okay, I'll just pump some rounds in this guy's general direction. Hopefully one will get him. And then we'll switch to a tank that still has both tracks functioning. What is bro doing? AI's having a bit of a moment. Move this point up here so we're not driving into the other platoon. They're stuck a bit, so I'm going to move their waypoint as well. The Chadley's been in for ages, man. The Chadley's been in for years at this point. Chadleys are rolling up behind us. There's one. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Line. 50-meter spacing. What am I going to be, the Chadley? We could do a Bradley mission later. Looks like most of the hitches are fixed, which is good. Might have just been that the game needed a restart then. I don't know. Party's getting awful close. That is 3 dead T-64s. Gonna cancel the restock after this round just so I can cover that direction. Catch you later, Mike Delta. Good to see you, man. And hopefully I'll see you in DCS again before too long, and hopefully without a lossy connection. I am alive, allegedly. Where? Where do you see that? Oh! Oh, no. Ooh, that was close. We are gonna dump some arty on that for sure. See something through the trees there, maybe? We'll drop even more artillery on that, because why not? Just had a sighting of something up to our left. Infantry? Right? We're not in a brilliant position here. Just gonna roll up to this ridge and stop for a minute, I think. That's presumably dead, but we'll put one through it just to be sure. Get Tawny out of retirement? Yeah. Yeah, he's been having real life for a little while, hey? Gotta suck him back into the DCS.
Identified. Fire! Fire heat! On the way! Target! Keep fire!
Okay, so we spotted infantry, where was it, up here somewhere? We'll drop some artillery up there as we pass. No point going up to chase them down. They clearly don't have line of sight on us. Something through the trees there, though. Love to know what that is. Let's make sure we're not driving into an ambush. It is a tank wreck. Yeah, there's those infantry up there. Just drop arty right on their heads. Oh, our Bradleys did not do well. I think they ran into BMPs. Could hear the autocannons going off. Probably should have told them to hold a bit further back, but oopsie. Tank shells. I think that's coming from up ahead of us. Pick up the pace a bit. Watch this direction, because that's where that seemed to come from. Dead M60. Because Daphne will crack the shits with me. I'm surprised she hasn't yet, actually. Also, I need to eat lunch at some point. Oh. Not good. So we have two M1s left in the other platoon, both probably tracked, and then we've got all four in this platoon up, but only two mobile. This is not good at all. Also, those are the Soviet smoke grenades down there. Notice how I can see right through them. You may also notice the squeaks and grinding of the track. They've got a really good audio guy on board. And there is some new audio for the tanks moving around. So, and not just tanks and wheeled vehicles too. So you can actually like feel the vehicle's motion a bit better. When you fire the gun, you can hear it rocking on its suspension. It's pretty awesome. So it's not just the VFX that are done well, it's the sounds as well. Obviously the gameplay. Oi, 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 oi. Shit. Oh shit. T-64's really hurt. Really, really hurt. This mission is, not the easiest. I mean, I could have played it better for sure, but it's quite hard to get to the end without losing a significant amount of your forces. Even in the Abrams, I tried this in the T-64 against mostly M60s and Bradleys and things like that, and it was hellish. So the missions are definitely challenging. There's a lot of good, difficult stuff. And you also notice that, especially for those who haven't played for a while, he's tracked, he's still up. So these guys are immobilized but still able to fight. You'll notice that the amount of ground you're covering in a mission and the amount of complexity in a mission has dramatically increased. This mission's, I think, a couple patches old. Actually, it's not that old. I think it was like the... not the previous major patch, but the one before I think this mission was added, so... yeah, it's getting a lot more involved. It's good to see. We still inflicted more losses than we took, but, you know, it doesn't really help if you failed the objective of the mission, so... we'll quickly go through... oh my god, that's a lot of shots. We'll just go through mine then. Anything I was involved in. Got lucky there. Very lucky. And then not so lucky there. Actually, no. No, we did get lucky. That didn't... it hit propellant casings, but didn't actually penetrate any of them. Jeez. We got more lucky than I thought. It's kind of cool when you're in, you know, the heat of battle and you don't notice the hits you take. And then after, as you go through the action, after action report, you realize, like, oh shit, I nearly got blown to pieces like 5 different times. We actually took a hit off the ATGM as well. Expertly curled it round that tree, but winged us right on the corner of the turret. And that was the one that killed us. 3BM32 does not fuck around. Maybe we will do a Bradley mission just for you, Gurn. Hey, Bubba. Bubba, what you doing? She likes sitting up on my shoulder. Like when I'm working from home or playing games or whatever, she just sits on my shoulder half the day. And when she's not sitting on my shoulder, she's bouncing around on the floor, barking at me, demanding I come play with her. Aren't you? Me? Tiny terror. I've got to remember which mission is which. Yeah, okay, rolling the flank is a Bradley mission. She's gonna want to hop down in a second, probably. Oh no, she's happy. Oh, you didn't see me do it in the Abrams, but you can reverse the polarity on the thermals now as well. That was something that got added fairly recently, which is quite handy, because sometimes black hot lets you see through haze a little better, or, you know, it just jogs your brain into spotting something that you wouldn't have noticed before. So quite often if I'm having trouble seeing something, I'll switch polarity. Just flick it back and forth to see if it turns up. We'll go black hot just to give me some extra contrast. Excuse me. Rude. Bit of a traffic jam. My platoon mate's gonna have trouble working that one out, I think. Appropriately named objectives given the weather. See something down there. Oh, that's what he's telling me to engage anyway. Having trouble seeing it. Whoop. HE anti-tank, where? Maybe they already got it. We're just going to start calling artillery on stuff as well. It's so hard to see through the haze. Doesn't help to just park behind something. Am I actually hitting it? Oh shit, we just lost all our tanks. Whoops. I guess I didn't engage the ATGMs quickly enough. Or SPGs or whatever they are on this mission. I think they're SPG-9s on this mission.
On the way. On the way. Short. Re-engage. On the way. Over. Re-engage. We're on fire!
Oh shit. Okay, 14.5 mil hertz. Must have got a lucky round in.
Table PC. Target lost. Gunner table PC. On. Identified. Fire. Fire table. On the way. Target. On the way. Re-engage. On the way. On the way. On the way. On the way.
Notice how in the heavy rain, white hot, not very good. Black hot, that's what you want.
On the way.
So like I said, depends on the conditions, you may want to swap your polarity rounds.
Re-engage. Next target. Gunner table PC. Reverse left.
I've already lost the mission, but...
Gunner table PC.
Oh, we lost our primary site too, shit.
Steady.
Well, that's not gonna help. I already can't see shit.
Steady. On. Identified. Fire. Fire table. Next target. Gunner table PC. Reverse left. Target. Lost. Gunner table PC. On. Identified. Fire. Fire table.
Think I see it?
On the way. On the way. Re-engage. On the way. Re-engage. On the way.
What am I doing?
On the way. Re-engage. On the way. On the way. On the way. Next target. Gunner table PC. Traverse right. On. Identified. Fire. On the way. Over. Re-engage. On the way. On the way. On the way. Careful. On the way. Re-engage. On the way. On the way. On the way. On the way. Re-engage. Next target. Gunner table PC. Traverse right. On. Identified. Fire.
Fucked if I can see it. Alright, I think we just retreat and restart the mission. We're out of smokes too.
Next target. Gunner table PC. Traverse right.
Okay, we'll hit the after action just to see what fucked up our M60s. I guess probably they drove into ATGMs or SPG-9s or whatever. They were too busy engaging the BTRs to engage whatever it was that hit them. Oh, it was the BMPs. Looks like. Oh, that was the SPG-9. There you go. Those things are so hard to see, especially when it's raining. They do a lot of damage. Alright, let's just restart. Maybe we'll get better weather this time, maybe not. Hey Papa. Hey little Papa. time is it? 1:34. We'll see how we go. I need to even decide what I'm doing for lunch. I don't have a lot of food in the house because I am going to my parents' place tomorrow. So I might just order something in. Even if I do like a 2-part stream, do like a break and then start again later in the afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Clear weather now. What I might do is I might smoke these objectives, or one of the objectives at least. Like between it and us. I think I actually kind of prefer the black hot on the nightmare vision. It just looks cooler. Contrasts a bit better too. Catch you later, Cotty. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for the resub. Appreciate it. Oi, oi, oi. What's that? It is a dead BTR. And we just lost our fucking primary site. There's another one back there. We're gonna drop... No, we're gonna hold the artillery. We might need it for something more important, like SPG-9s. I don't see it. Fuck. Stuck in a tree. Where's the... Oh, it's... Oh god. I don't see it. I assume it's under the trees there somewhere. I don't see it. I'm just gonna push up to the next ridge. Drop artillery on that objective. We might call in Cass as well. Is he seriously not dead? Is there a second one hiding behind him or something? Oh, I think I see him. That's concerning. That's really concerning. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you... Oh god. Huh? He clearly saw something we didn't. What the fuck was that? Oh shit, we drove right past an SPG-9 without seeing it. Thankfully behind it, but holy shit. That's something. Some more BTRs behind there. Just drop arty, but I think the tanks are going to roll up on them anyway. few rounds into that just to make sure it's dead. Okay, we'll call that for the mission. We didn't actually lose anything that time around. I don't know how, especially considering we drove past that SPG without seeing it. Wasn't without taking any damage though. For some reason this M60 decided to show his ass to the enemy and he took a round in the engine for it. Hello little fidget, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's do another one. Let's drive a T64. Let's figure out what we can roll a 64 in. Let's do pragmatic payment part 2 and customize it. We'll do old school. Old school. Would you be the master of fate when we finally ever get around to doing I, since you'd likely be the one streaming and not I? I guess, maybe. Let's be real, it's going to be a clusterfuck. It's going to be such a clusterfuck, we're probably going to need to restart the campaign like 4 times. So I don't know if there's much point planning ahead, because planning and playing I with friends do not go together at all. Little Bubba, you sleepy today? You've been chasing the kids around all weekend. Yeah. Yeah, probably would be then. Morning, Steve. We've had endless technical problems so far this stream. Wouldn't be a first stream back without, you know, like an hour of fucking around trying to get the stream to actually play nice with the game. I'm going to drop some arty on that tree line, because that tree line looks suspicious to me. Oh, you want down, do you, baby girl? You want down? Can you hop down? Yeah, okay, she can hop down. She's probably going to start yelling at me to play with her in a minute. From memory, this mission is very painful because it has a lot of angry wallies in it. I'm gonna roll up on this ridge line. Wish there was a way I could tell the BMPs selectively to stop and wait. He's too close for the rangefinder to actually work properly. The coincidence rangefinder on the T-64, well, on all the Soviet tanks that have one, has a minimum range of 1,000 meters. We are in 1974 model T-64s. Oh, hello.
Кумулятивные. На 30. ВТР. Цель понял. Огонь. Выстрел. Недорён. МЗ. Цель потеряна. МЗ.
How are you still alive? We'll wait to restock.
Подкалиберный. На 30. Танк.
Holy shit.
Понял. Огонь. Выстрел. МЗ. Есть цель. Огонь. Выстрел. Недорён. Выстрел. МЗ. Цель. Подкалиберный. На 30. Танк. Цель понял. МЗ.
His hatches are popped, he's burning. We're gonna restock our heat. So this 1974 model of the T-64 doesn't have any smoke grenade launchers. We still have engine smoke, but we don't have smoke grenade launchers. It's got the gill side armor instead of skirts. Got the coincidence rangefinder. It's pretty outdated by the time the game's set in 1985, but it's still, you know, it's still a good tank with a good gun. Shit. Where? Down there. Put a bit of suppressing fire on him. Actually, I could probably pop him with this if I could see him. We hit him. Not sure, Gurn. I did get back into playing it a bit earlier in the year, but I'm having trouble adjusting to having to manage all the extra stuff they've added in, like the water and sewerage and stuff. My problem with workers and resources is I'm really good at designing like a sort of Soviet urban layout with all the workers' housing and everything like that. I'm really bad at the utilities and the industry. So I'm really hoping that they do like a multiplayer sequel to Workers and Resources, so I can get someone like Cotty or Captain Anoni to do that while I do the housing. We don't have any heat left to restock. Okay, we shot through our entire allowance of it. Yeah, they do, but I also feel cheap if I'm not playing with all of the stuff turned on, and then, like, also if I design a city with some of the, oh shit! Some of the realism turned off, it makes it hard to adapt when I then go and turn all that stuff on later. I'd say he's probably dead now. If he isn't, we'll soon find out. Let's keep an eye out, because there might be another one. We need to head this way, towards where those M60s came from. Go ahead and reload some Sabo. Actually, we shouldn't, because I have a sinking feeling there's going to be one on our right flank. Just now realised we're going to really badly expose that flank as we cross. Oh yeah, no, it's all good. I was just saying, like, if I build a city with some of those options turned off and then I go turn them back on later, it makes it really hard to adapt. She's sleeping in a little bed. She's really tired. The kids must have really worn her out over the weekend. Usually this time of day she'd be jumping around yelling at me to come play with her. Smoke from those M60 Rex is not going to do me any favors here. Let's guess it at about 1,000.
Выстрел! МЗ! Цель! Цель! Выстрел! МЗ! Есть цель! Цель! Подкалиберная! 130! БТР! Цель понял! Огонь!
Не вижу. О! Сел, вижу.
МЗ!
I don't think it's dead yet. Lost where that one went. I don't have any heat rounds left. I gotta use Saber. Believe me, I'd rather be using heat on those things because it's more effective. You can get a better sense of whether you hit them or not because you get better shot feedback with heat. Hey Indiana, I am doing well indeed. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. That's it. Oh, there's a Wooly. I see that one alright. Is this other one that he saw down here somewhere? I'm exposing my flank a bit. Oh, it's in that tree line back there. It's just a regular 113. It's a little off with my ranging. 1300. That's better. I've got to restock my Saber right as there's the counterattack coming in. I did not plan this out very well. But this is still just our combat reconnaissance patrol. So we haven't lost a single vehicle out of this yet, which is way better than I usually do. But having said that, usually when I play this mission I'm in the T-55, which is a little harder. Oh right, you can't use the NSV at the moment while the gun's being restocked, because the TC needs to help restock the carousel. I've still got my smoke on because I forgot to turn it off. We're doing fine, chat. We're doing fine. I've just been pissing out diesel oil smoke for like the last 5 minutes. And really, we should have actually just held on that ridge line back there, because now we've got M60s pushing us, and we're way up closer than I would want to be. Didn't see that one coming, did you, dickhead? Hopefully my front's covered. Fuck. I have not positioned myself well at all. And we just lost our other 64. I'm gonna pull this guy back and hope that he doesn't get killed. The wind isn't helping us here, it's blowing our smoke off of us. Yeah, I know he sees us, I can't do much about it. Just bail them out. Probably should have kept him in column until we got closer, but whatever. Our BMPs are still up, so I might actually take one of the BMPs over. They're ramming into tank wrecks because they're not the smartest. But I'll take one of these guys. And we'll use him to clap the M60s, maybe. So I can figure out where exactly they're going to be approaching from. Oh, hello. They don't know I'm here. New BMP reticle, by the way. It's the correct one. Hi. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Load faster. Oh, come on. More lead. Oh my god, seriously? I need to work on my BMP gunnery. When did I get this bad? And now he's angry. Uh-oh. Fuck, 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 fuck. Yep, that was inevitable. I'm not a smart man. And this guy got tracked all the way back here. We're just gonna grab a T-64. I swear I'm not usually this bad at the game. Some performance anxiety, obviously. This is a trail formation, so we'll grab the lead formation of 64s. And we'll just haul ass up onto that ridgeline. This is going to be pretty close to a point-blank engagement. So even with their older ammunition at this range, they are going to be very dangerous to me. Ooh! Didn't realize it'd be that point blank. Fuck. It's not my day today. Shit. That was short. firing uphill is not ideal. Parallax isn't doing me any favors here either. We're just gonna get right up in their face, fuck it. Short. I need to get level with them. I'm so close that the parallax error between the gun and the sight is making it really hard to predict where the round's gonna go. So we just need to get on the level, like that. Run over our previous tank's turret, because why not? Another M60 down here, apparently. Oh, there he is. There we go. I saw a third one behind them. Just put another round into this guy just to be sure. I love the new autoloader sounds. So good. Okay, we still got one platoon mate, so we're just going to push up. Lost about half our force. Could be worse. Such a good looking tank. Something about the T-64, it just looks right. Just perfect. How does it work? I did show it earlier in the stream. I can do another mission with it though. In a sec I'll fire up one that uses it. Let's push up here and make sure that there's no... I deserved that. I deserved it. Where the fuck did it come from, though? And we're back. Thank you to my wonderfully shitty internet connection for dropping out again. Anyway, in case you missed it, I decided to push on those M60s to see if there were any behind the ridgeline. I got clapped from behind by, I assume, an M901, which I didn't see. I deserved it. I had it coming. That was stupid of me to do. So I just went ahead and ended the mission. Didn't go through the after action because there's just too many shots to really warrant it. Let's do... I don't think there's any on Point Alpha or on here. Okay, it's just full outskirts and East Hills. We'll do beginner's luck, and we'll change it up a little. We'll be in leopards just because I fucking hate myself, and really enjoy pain. We'll give ourselves the decent ammo, because I don't hate myself quite that much. And we will fight the Soviets instead of the East Germans. But we'll fight a second line Soviet unit with T-62s and BTR-60s, just because I'm not sure I'm up for facing T-64s at this point. You sleepy, Baba? Are you a sleepy little girl? Hmm? You tired? You tired, Daffy Duff? Yes, my girl. What I might do is after this mission, I might end the stream, go grab myself some lunch from the cafe down the road, and then we'll pick back up later and maybe do some nuclear option or something. So this is the command interface. Mission starts paused. You've got as much planning time as you want or need to set up the mission. You can just roll with what's already there by hitting start mission, or you can change it. I'm probably going to change it slightly. We'll make sure that by the time they hit this waypoint, everyone is in line. Moving at 20 kilometers an hour so that they're not going too fast for decent accuracy. They probably will fire from the short hold anyway. And we want these fellas to wait back a bit, so we'll tell them to hold position for 30 seconds. I want the martyrs too far behind us, but I don't want them getting ahead of us either. If you want to move things, I actually probably will move a few of these waypoints because they're a little... yeah, there we go. The pathing can be a little weird sometimes. You can see that here. There we go. Although I kind of don't want us overlapping the other platoons, so we'll put that down there. What? There we go. And then when the go codes are basically, if I wanted to, I could tell them to wait here until I hit go code A, and then they'll keep advancing. So the go code is basically telling them to stop and wait until you give that go code before they do the next waypoint, or before they perform an action. You can also use wait for node, so you can go add modifier, so you can give them, you can tell them to deploy smoke grenades when they hit a position. You can tell them to wait for a go code to advance beyond it. You can tell them to hold a position for a certain time, tell them whether they're driving in forwards or reverse, tell them platoon formation, spacing, vehicle speed, or wait for node. We'll tell them they have to wait at that node until another node you link it to is achieved. So if I wanted to, I could tell this node here, wait for node on that one, and what that means is the tanks, or martyrs, whatever, tanks I think for this waypoint, would roll up to this node and stop, and they would only advance to the next one once my tanks hit this. So, like, you could get as crazy as you want with the planning. I usually keep it fairly straightforward and either run with what's already there or just do minor changes to formations and timings. But yeah, that's how it works. It's pretty neat. And you can change it on the fly, so during the mission, if you decide you need to alter it, you can do that. You just don't get the pause that you have at the start of the mission. I forgot the stabilizer on this thing is so fucking bad. We like a bit of jank here, but you know, that's a lot of jank. We're gonna arty that patch trees because it looks a bit sus. We're gonna arty that hill because it looks a bit sus. If I was a tank that was entrenched, that's where I would want to be. I already...
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer.
I'm gonna drop some smoke down here.
Panzer.
We're just gonna run for it. We're not gonna stop to engage him.
Panzer.
He just got fucking clapped. He's lucky he's still going.
Panzer. Keep on.
Trees are messing with my line of sight here. Okay, we got smoke incoming. I can't tell how far out that is. We'll range off that tree. About there.
Achtung.
That looks like it might have been a hit.
Blatt. Scheiße, sie verloren. Sie verloren.
We're gonna restock quickly.
Panzer. Sie verloren. Laden.
He looks like he's got hatches popped. So he's knocked out, he's still up.
Achtung.
That was off. We're ranged too far out. There we go.
Achtung. Treffer. Stopfen.
Once you get used to it, the stereoscopic rangefinder on this thing's quite good. I know. Crazy, right? You all thought I was dead. Haha, we wish. No. Just been busy. Really busy. I have moved twice. Well, actually, no. Since last stream, I think the last stream I did was just after I moved into this place. But yeah, in the past year and a half or so, I've moved twice. I started a relationship. Relationship didn't go so well. I now have a dog. It's been very busy. A lot's happened. Oh, don't think I didn't see you, sneaky little BMP.
Ansonsten. Treffer. Stopfen. Blatt. Panzer. Sie
Behind the
verloren.
tree line. We'll engage him when we get up there. Gonna drop Artie there, gonna drop Artie up here, although he's probably moved by now. We're gonna drop smoke there. We're gonna restock our Sabo again. We're not going to restock our Sabo again because I just realized I'm going to expose my right flank as I drive past here. Oh, that's what he's shooting at. Yeah, it happens, but we still get along pretty well, so there's that. I mean, it's a good thing we get along pretty well since it's my dog's mum, but, yeah. Since your last stream, me and my homies became the best Broken Arrow team in the world. Nice! I haven't played Broken Arrow. It's an interesting game. They've got, like, such a mix of gear. They got the really modern stuff, and then there's people still driving around M60s. Looks interesting, though. I still haven't even got back into Wargame or Warno. I think I got Warno. Yeah, I picked it up. I haven't played it yet. I still miss the good old days of Wargame European Escalation before I had to worry about things like fixed-wing aircraft and seed flights. So a dum-dum like me could just drive his tanks around and not give a shit. We're outrunning the other platoons a little. That's alright. Speaking of outrunning the other platoons, where the fuck is the rest of my platoon? Are they all tracked? Don't tell me they're all immobilized. Oh no, they're just playing catch-up because they somehow misnavigated themselves. Okay, that's good to know. Well done, boys. Map reading is hard, I guess. So I was paying attention to what your platoon commander's doing. Okay, we'll drop Artie on that side of town, Artie on that side of town. Oh, she's so tired. Oh, something else that's changed is you can no longer fire from binoculars, so you can't use binoculars as a cheaty gun stabilizer anymore, which some people used to do. Just to make sure, you know.
Get up!
I think you'd like Broken Arrow especially, so... Nice of my internet to do that again. So this is why we're not doing multiplayer stuff, by the way, is my internet here is super unreliable. I don't know why, I've got to figure it out. But yeah, he spammed nothing but BTR 80 Jelos and then fucking Shilkas to cover them from the inevitable NATO helicopter spam. And it was on the highway map, the original highway map in European Escalation. He just drove them straight at the enemy spawn, won the game in 2 minutes. It was so fucking funny. They was like, the other team was so mad. Making NATO players like rage out in chat in Wargame was like one of my favorite leisure activities for a good number of years. Oh shit. Shit. There's one still up back there. No? Both dead? Okay, both dead. Good.
Get up!
Need to get out of the artillery because the leopards are allergic to artillery. They're allergic to most things, honestly.
Schützenpanzer! Achtung! Treffer! Feuer einstellen! Panzer, geladen!
Oh, fuck. Oh!
Achtung! Treffer! Feuer! Stopp!
Can't restock because we've lost our loader, so we will need to take this guy. We can tell the martyrs to hurry up now. So I think we've cleared out everything. We'll just put a round through him to make extra special sure.
Geladen!
But we should be clear. When I say martyrs, I mean martyr singular. Only one of them survived, apparently. We'll switch to it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Glad to hear it. It's probably going to be pretty irregular for the next little while. Still very busy with work and stuff. And Daphne also keeps me very occupied, but at least I'll be able to stream again. I've got my head tracking fixed. It's been out of... And right as I'm talking about my unreliable internet, it decides to prove the point. Very funny. Is there still a BMP or something kicking around here? There must be, surely. Nope. Okay, I just hadn't moved into the right spot to finish the mission. Okay, I might do one more. We'll just quickly go through the... How many shots will there be? 52, that's not bad. We'll go through the after action. So I might do one more, just a quick mission after this. I might do the wave defense mission, just so I can show you how hilariously leopards explode when you shoot at them. And then I'm probably gonna end the stream, run down the street, grab something to eat for lunch, and then have that to eat and start the stream up again in an hour or two maybe. We'll see how we go. I'm clearly not on form with GHPC today. I've been doing woefully in this. Might play something else for a bit. Maybe even fire up Sprocket or something. Although, I'm probably not going to do any building in Sprocket if I do. I'll probably just show you guys what I've been working on in it. What am I going to have for lunch? I have no idea. We don't do plans here. We just wing it. I'll go down there, see what the cafe's got on, and then get something. Or I might actually order ahead so I can just go down and pick it up. Daphne's probably going to get cranky at me if I leave her here, but I can't take her in with me, so she's asleep anyway. Yeah, my entire life now is ruled by a 4-pound ball of fluff and hatred. And if she wasn't sleeping... Oh, she just woke up. Can I pick you up, Daphne? Please, can I... Yeah. You probably missed the little gremlin growl then when I went to pick her up. This is my boss. Her name is Daphne. She's a 1.5 years old. She weighs about 4 pounds and she hates everything. Don't you? You're an angry little creature. You're very cute, but you're very angry. Don't lick my nose. I know where that tongue goes. Yeah, she's my little baby. Don't bite my nose. It's not food. Hello. Hello. You want belly rubs, do you? I don't know if you saw it, but the little... That means scratch my belly, or you're going to get savagely attacked. Doesn't it? Little rat. Hmm? Oh, that's a good girl. You just made it a good girl. Yeah? Now I'm gonna get nap trapped. I'm gonna get nap trapped. Aren't I? You're so cute. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway. Yeah, this is my Daphne. You wanna go back on your bed? Have another little sleep? You wanna have another little sleep? So you can terrorize me all night? Down you go. That's a girl. Usually she just sits on my shoulder like a little parrot. I am really... Apparently it's the time of day where my internet just gives up completely. I don't know what it is, man. I reckon it's probably the actual infrastructure is shit. I'm going to replace my router with one that's not ancient. Maybe that'll help, but I reckon it's just shit infrastructure. I've got a data center just over the road, so probably all the good internet lines run there, all the fiber runs there, and we get the shitty old copper. It's probably also trying to hint that I should eat some lunch. Made a mess out of that one. Oh, Daphne's a cuddle monster. She loves people. She'll run up to strangers and just like do a little spin and then flop on her back to demand belly rubs. But she doesn't like other dogs. She'll tolerate them off lead, but if she's on lead, she's really reactive because she wants to be turned loose and allowed to jump all over them. I think her problem is it's not so much like she's necessarily afraid of them or doesn't like them. It's she wants to play, but she's a bully. So she plays really aggressively, like she'll jump in a little circle around them, barking and growling at them, and that just is her trying to say, hey, I want to play. But, you know, if you've got this tiny little gremlin creature yelling at you, you might misinterpret that as, oh my god, my life's in danger. So she's only recently made a doggy friend. There's a couple of dogs that she started tolerating a bit. The really annoying thing with this internet shit is, if I just tethered like data through my phone, I could probably have no connection drops, but I also would burn through all my data in like 2 seconds if I was streaming. I could do it if I was just playing games, but if I'm streaming, I can't. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I'm hardwired. It's just my connection is shit here. I think it probably is just bad infrastructure. Typical of Australia, right? But, what was I saying? I haven't taken my meds for a couple weeks, so I can't remember where I started that sentence. Oh yeah, she gets very territorial and doesn't let other dogs approach me. Like, even her brother and sister, she would fight them if they came near me. So we're puppy sitting for a mate from work over the weekend, and I had to send Daphne off to her mum's place because she just would not stop chasing his dog around and yapping at her. And his dog is a bit bigger than Daphne and a lot louder. So while it was fine them chasing each other around, if Daphne started barking at her, she would bark back, and she would bark very, very loudly. So little Stinky got sent off to stay with her mum and the kids. Didn't you? Which is probably why she's so tired. The twins must have tired her out over the weekend chasing her around. Oh, it was a shit show. It was an absolute shit show. It was alright at first, but then when bedtime came, I just about spiraled because the two of them were barking non-stop, and it wasn't until midnight they finally shut up. But I should have known that was going to happen. Like, it was stupid of me to think that Daff would just magically get along with another dog that she'd never met before, like, let alone in her own space. That was very dumb of me. Okay, yeah, we'll do one more mission. We'll just do, like, the wave defense mission template, just so I can make leopards do the big kaboom, because it's funny. And then I will go grab something to eat. And hopefully my internet will stabilize. It's coming up 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, so the fact it's dropping so regularly, I do actually wonder if it is, like, the problem is because I live near a data center, it's just throttling the shit out of everyone else's connections. But yeah, I'll have to figure out something, because obviously I want to be able to play multiplayer games without constant frustration, but I also want to be able to stream doing that. So I've got another 6 months left on the lease in this place, I think, but I'm also sick of moving around. So the next place I move to, I'm going to have to make sure the connection's good before I settle on it. It's all good. It, like... Leopard A1A4, Leopard A1A4, Leopard A1A4. We'll give them... They can have the good ammo. They're not going to survive long enough to use it, probably. So this is going to be lots of fun. Shooting leopards is a great joy of mine in GHPC. It's like a piñata. You hit it with anything and... Like, if you thought Soviet MBTs like throwing turrets into orbit, wait until you see the Leopard. Actually, if I order ahead, I might be able to take her down with me. I just won't be able to take her inside. Okay. I know from experience that's about 3,000 meters, but we'll just range it out to be sure. Drop it to 28, because by the time the smoke clears, they'll be about 2,800 meters. There's not much point dropping artillery, because I don't need it. They will die to gunfire. Of course, this will probably be the one time where I can't hit a Leopard's ammo rack worth shit. Normally it's pretty easy, just one round, delete.
Схват калиберный. На 30. Танк.
I can't see it yet.
Цель понял. Огонь.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Выстрел. МД. Цель. Огонь. Выстрел. МД. Цель. Огонь. Выстрел. МД. Цель.
Normally they don't get this close.
Огонь. Выстрел. МД. Вперед.
Short.
Выстрел.
See it.
МД.
Like I said, shooting at leopards is one of life's great joys. We'll get him to pop as well if we can. This whole rack might be empty. Oh, they're coming from the side now.
Подкалиберным. На 30. Танк. Цель понял. Огонь. Выстрел. МД. Цель. Огонь. Подкалиберным.
Ah, he faked me out.
Перелет. Выстрел. Перелет.
My gunnery is really lousy today.
Выстрел. МД.
Boom!
Цель. Цель потеряна.
So, aside from having, like, paper-thin armor, the Leopard 1 has its main ammunition rack in the hull next to the driver, which is about the most likely place you're going to hit it, unless it's hull down, with predictable results, the ones that you can see here. You hit it in its right side, your left of the hull as it's coming towards you, and you're pretty much guaranteed a fireworks display, because all of that will go up at once.
Подкалиберным. Цель.
Oh, corner of Ross's flight. Yeah, sorry about that. It's set up for DCS, not GHPC. Yeah, unfortunately the camera's field of view is extremely restricted, and I'm sitting kind of off kilter from it, because I'm like leaning into my screen to see what I'm doing, whereas DCS I'm not, so not the most optimal setup.
Кумулятивным. На 30. Танк. Цель понял.
Oh, this guy doesn't
Огонь.
have saber? Or he just doesn't have it loaded? Oof. Okay. This one's done loading at least.
Выстрел. МД. Цель. Подкалиберным. На 30. Танк. Цель понял. Выстрел. МД. Цель. Огонь.
Can't see what I'm fucking doing.
Выстрел. Цель. Цель. Цель.
Okay, that one's
Цель
burning.
потеряна. Выстрел. МД. Цель.
He's burning.
Цель. Прекратить огонь. Подкалиберным.
Boom.
На 30. Танк. Цель потеряна.
One behind that wreck, I think. There we go. So we did lose one in the process, but we knocked them all out. T-64s and T-80s will go up like that too if you manage to hit their carousel and it's fully loaded, but Leopards, basically, if you hit anywhere in their hull, like that front side of their hull, it's gonna do that. It's pretty much guaranteed. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm going to cut the stream here because I'm going to go grab some lunch. I will probably be back on for a little bit later this afternoon. I know that's probably going to be a bit dodgy time-wise for some of you guys, but we'll see how we go. And we'll probably play something else as well, since I like playing GHPC, but if I start like having a shit show of it like I did at the I love when my internet interrupts me mid-sentence. Anyway, the more astute of you may have noticed the NSVT, the anti-aircraft machine gun, being used on the T-64 earlier, so those are working on a lot more tanks now. There's just a lot more vehicles in the game in general. There's new terrains, there's a shit ton of new missions. The command mode, which is a huge thing. The infantry have been in the game for a while, but they're kind of, you know, going from strength to strength, so it's been coming along really well. I'm having a bit of a shit show in it today, so we'll probably play something a bit more chill later on. And hopefully later on, as it gets into the afternoon, my internet will stabilize a bit, but we will see. I have got to try and figure out when it's more stable. I think usually even, like, sort of overnight, it seems to be a little better. But yeah, it's just generally janky. It's very annoying. But I will catch you guys a bit later. I'm going to have some food. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day if I don't see you on the second part of the stream. If I do, then I'll see you then. Catch you in a bit.